Hello everyone, my name is ABA Pickle and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Darktide. Today we're going to be talking about the patch notes that just came out. We're on patch 1.0.20. Quick overview of new content. They added one new mission called Comsplex 154-2F. It's nice that we're getting more missions this soon after release. Hopefully that means we're going to be getting some more soon within the coming months as well. They added two new weapons, one for the Zealot, which is a two-handed Mark IV Crusher, and then for the Ogrins, they added a Power Maw, a one-handed Power Maw, because he's an Ogrin boy, he's a big boy. So that's pretty cool. They added private play for 2 to 4 players. It's not the solo play, sadly, which I really hope that we get that soon. I really am looking forward to solo play. I don't have enough friends to play this game at the moment, but it definitely means that you won't have to matchmake with randoms that might be running meme builds or just not being great. So, Refine is now available in the Shrine of the Omniscio, and I'm going to go and exit the Psychanium here, and we're going to take a look at that. Basically, it allows you to refine one perk on your weapon, and it'll lock the other ones, which is, you know, understandable, but you get to change out one perk that you do not like on a weapon, and you can see what tier it is. There are going to be a certain amount of diamonds next to that perk from 1 to 4, and each refine action taken on the perk will see a cost reduction for resources. So yeah, all right. Also, the higher the rarity, from what I've seen, obviously the higher it's going to cost. The purple and orange or gold weapons are going to cost a little bit more to upgrade, obviously. Let's see here. Anything good in here? No, nothing good at all. What about this bolter? All right, we're going to take that one. That's actually not that bad. So we're going to go and we're going to go take a look at our old bolt gun, and we're going to show exactly what the refined feature does. Obviously, you can just go over and see for yourself. It's just going to take some resources here. So let us go to the old bolt gun that I have. Fine. So you can see 6% damage to range damage to specialists here, and it requires this. So basically, select the perk, hit refine, and it'll show you what tier it is, and you can keep rotating through, and the resources will go down every single time that you do this. How low can we get this thing to go? Oh my. Okay, it goes pretty low. Wow. So if there is a perk that you're specifically wanting on your gun, you definitely can replace out the perk you don't like the most, and you can put whatever you need on there, which is great. You know, I'm only... How low does this thing go? 1? I'm guessing this is as low as it goes here.
It's free real estate.
Oh, no, it's free now. Okay. So I can just keep on going. Okay, that's cool. So that's gonna make grinding for weapons and having any builds that are perk specific are going to be a hell of a lot easier to get. And also, we will be able to re-bless eventually, and then earn blessings and so on and so forth. So the crafting in this game, while we are still unable to access half of it, will be very nice once we have all of it available to us. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then the last thing they added for content was a new condition called Hunting Grounds. Rejects will have to fend off increased number of pox hounds, so more dogs jump on your face. They also added some new cosmetics that you can look at in the store. Overall, I think they're pretty standard for what you would expect from this game. But as you can see from my sharpshooter, they did add the little deathcore head, which I love. So I definitely picked up this bundle just so I could get the helmet and then also this cool lasgun skin. The other packs, I haven't really seen anything too crazy out of them. I want to get this chest piece for the Zealot. Oh my gosh, because it's got a little bit of a mechanical Jedi vibe to it, which I really vibe with. But I also, if you go to the little individual things, I want to get a napkin on my head, my guy. How could you say no to the napkin? Like, it's even got that little cool, like, texture. I mean, I could buy it right now, but I'm not going to right now. I'm not sure if I even want to commit. And then they've got this bundle right here, which if you like generic looking camos and you just want a skin for your gun so they don't look basic, you can get every single weapon a skin for 800 kilos. So that's pretty cool. Definitely take a look at the Ogryn as well. I don't play Ogryn very much, so I'm not going to spend the money to get the bundle. But the cosmetics in this game are looking pretty nice. So definitely, if you are a spender for microtransactions and you like cool skins, definitely get on that. So they also changed a bunch of weapons, namely the ones that I've noticed that I really care about. I'll have links to the full things down below, but we're just going to be talking about a couple of weapon tweaks. Starting off with the weapon I just bought. Let's go and equip that bolt gun. So the bolt gun, don't worry, not nerfed, not buffed, still the same kick-ass gun that it is. They didn't tweak anything besides one thing. We're just going to go in on malice. I'm not really going to be testing damage here. Because they fixed an issue with snapping after unaiming while shooting, which is great. They did fix an exploit where you could swap at the right time, which would result in a much faster reload, which was a bit of an exploit, so I understand. And then the other one is when you pull out the gun, you're no longer pulling the charging handle, or whatever it's called. You're slapping, which I'm assuming is a safety or something, which is cool. And then the other one... Oh, come on. Come on. You just pull it up from your side or from your back. I have not even seen the old animation that we used to have where you would just, you know, hold the charging handle back. So yeah. If you were frustrated by that, like the individual in my comments who said that was the biggest issue he had with the bolt gun, rejoice! The issue has been fixed. Another one was a nerf to this bad boy, the power sword. An understandable nerf coming for this gun, this sword. They turned down the cleave on powered attacks from infinite to 8.5 to 12. So about at a maximum of 12.5 enemies, it will stop, which is understandable. This thing didn't need to cleave off into eternity. Lore-wise, it would, but I mean, honestly, we are playing a game here, and the game has mechanics to it. It isn't nerfing it too bad because there's still about on average 10 people you're going to cut through. And then on charged heavy attacks, the damage now scales after the third enemy, down to about 50% of the damage it was doing, which is understandable. You know, as you cut through a bunch of people, you're going to lose momentum, so on and so forth. They changed some stuff about the Lucius las guns, which actually makes them better and a whole lot more usable. They reduced charge times. They decreased ammo consumption on fully charged shots. Pushed ADS FOV to 65 to clean up the sight a bit. They increased the time of 4 shots, so like I can hold it for a little bit longer before it fires. And then also they tuned the charging VFX, which is a blessing. Before, you would aim and you start charging, and you would not be able to see this elite's head. Now, completely cleared up the sights and made it a whole lot more easier to use, so you know what you're shooting at. It definitely still blocks a little bit with that little pop there sometimes, but it's definitely a hell of a lot better than it was before. And then they made it so you can use the bayonet a little faster. I'm still not going to be using it. And then they did a couple more little light changes to armor, increased damage versus armor, minimum charge scaler, reduced weapon sway, stuff like that. Like I said, link to the full patch notes in the description below. The plasma gun, they increased the clip size range to 75 to 150 instead of 60 to 100. Still 1 clip in reserve, which matching adjustment. Increased the vent duration. They adjusted a bunch of stuff with like how venting works. and how much damage it does to you overall. And they allow heavy charge shots to continue after shooting through geometry. So it's no longer just exploding on the other end. They are actually continuing their full-on plasma shot and continuing, which is great. They increased the revolver, the stub revolver. This was a major change. This thing had an issue. It was a single target weapon that was very close range. It only has 5 rounds in the shot, a awkwardly long reload speed, and not very much in reserve. As you can probably see now, I have 5 shots in the chamber, and then 72 in reserve. That's a lot. Now, granted, I'm on a sharpshooter, so I have that extra 40% in reserves, but still, I was only getting like 50 shots before. That increased by almost about 20, which is fantastic. That's a lot more ammo for us to play around with, and definitely can hold up a little bit more when trying to compare it to a bolter. I still would take the bolter every single day, but if you can't find a good one and you got a good revolver, it's still a decent little gun, especially if you're only playing on Malice and below. Other than that, they increased the damage, the far range from 23 to 35. So anything about this used to be the far range. So its hit detection has been increased for that, which is great. So anything like at 35 meters away, that's when you're definitely going to be struggling to hit a little bit more. They also added the increased high end of base damage range to 200 to 400, and it was 200 to 350, so a little extra bit on the high end of the damage range, which is great. For the Headhunter autoguns, main changes they made, they reduced recoil vertical rise on all Headhunter autoguns, so it won't be kicking up as much, and then they increased damage across the board pretty decently. I definitely would just say go look at the numbers. I can't give a percentage because I'm bad at math off the top of my head. Heavy swords, they increased baseline damage, armor mod. It's a lot of words, and I don't know how to make sense of it, so definitely go and change. They made some changes to damage. Typically, I think that they're all buffs, so the heavy swords definitely got a bit of a buff for those zealot users. But overall, that about covers everything besides, bugs and fixes and stuff like that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is ABA Pickle. If you enjoyed this video and learned something on the patch notes that you didn't know, let me know what weapons you're going to give another shot. I know I'm going to be giving the Hellbore lasguns another shot, the Lucius weapons here, especially my Mark III. I'm going to be messing around with it a little bit more, seeing how good it is in comparison to what it was. How do you like the new cosmetics, and are you having fun with the new mission and the new condition? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in Darktide content, I'm going to be posting a whole lot more of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, sub. Emphasis on sub, because there's a lot of you guys that aren't subbed. I see you. But I appreciate you all and all your loving comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!